And then there were two. Hey guys, how's everybody doing on there? And how's my fellow geek doing? Your alpha is here, my pack, and with some bad news, but also this is a geek thought, so I guess it's only fitting that I give my thoughts on this. But also, this does come at a very. I wasn't surprised at this news, but what I can say is um, it's still sad. So it was announced today that Netflix has canceled the Man Without Fears show Daredevil. Matt Murdock is no longer going to be protecting Hell's Kitchen on Netflix anymore. Uh, it was canceled after 3 seasons. Now, this shouldn't come as such a shock to anybody, to any other my fellow geeks out there, because one, we kind of smelt this with Luke Cage, with no, excuse me, with Iron Fist being first, Luke Cage being second, now Daredevil. Only two left: Jessica Jones and the Punisher. And I guarantee you this, I'm going to say this right now because it has to be said. And if you don't like what I've said, then I'm sorry. But the fact of the matter is, believe me, believe me when I tell you this. After season 3 of Jessica Jones, after season 2 of Punisher, all those shows are going. I guarantee you. Now, as I said before, as I said earlier, not really too long ago, I saw this coming. Um, Pause on that, but I did see this coming. It is sad. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody who worked on this series from day one and up until now. From Charlie Cox, who I never really heard of, and come on to play my second all-time favorite Marvel character, Daredevil. Thank you so much. For gots to give much love and respect to the great Vincent D'Onofrio for killing it as Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. He's probably the best Marvel MCU villain. Yeah, and I'll put that up against Loki any day. Bring it. And to everybody else who's been on the show, um, thank you for this. But yeah, it does come at a sad time. There were a lot of people wanting a season 4 after the ending of this season. It kind of smelt like, okay, we were going to get more Bullseye, maybe in his true form. They dropped Oyama, the name of Oyama, which we all know has a connection to a certain Shink. Yeah, it was a lot of things were being thrown. However, let's go back to that ending. That ending kind of gave us a little bit. It definitely showcased. Okay, the show, the series, the showrunners, everybody weren't really too sure about the future of the show. So it ended on a good note. It did end on a good note. Let's face it. The trio is back together. Started up their own firm. There is a somewhat truce between Matt and Kingpin. You know, so it kind of wrapped up a lot of plot holes in the series, but it also, in my opinion, it also left the series open for, please God, let it happen. Um, Disney or so to take it over or not. I'd really like to see a Daredevil and Spider-Man movie together. I'm sorry to I'm sorry, but it did leave it open. Um, but it is a sad because I know a lot of us love that show. I loved it. It was great. Um, it kicked off the this part of the MCU. You know, it kicked it off and it kicked it hell. It kicked it very well, and we saw characters develop and grow and move on and into different directions on the over this course of the seasons, from season one to season two, which a lot of people don't. It feels like that was the weakest. Season three came back really hard, came back to its beginnings, and to see where some of the other characters went. You know, Karen was on Punisher and things like that. And, we got characters that debuted from those shows. Punisher debuted, got his own series. Elektra debuted, and Ali was great as Elektra. And then she came back in the Defenders, and it leaves the door open of did she survive and things like that. There's just so much. I'm trying not to bring the mood down. Yes, it got canceled, but I think we all suspected that. We all suspected it. And like I said, and then there were two. And mark my words, yeah. Now, a lot of people, I'm going to end it with this because this is where your alpha, my pack, wants my pack to listen and listen very carefully because do do not just go around and say, "Oh, this is Marvel's fault. F Marvel, screw Marvel. They did this." No, Marvel didn't do it. Netflix did it. Netflix canceled it. And there's a reason why. There was always the speculation of why did Iron Fist get canceled? Why did Luke Cage get canceled? There have been creative differences between Marvel and Netflix for some time now. Creative differences uh, played a factor into these shows getting canceled, as well as length in shows, in these shows, in these episodes getting canceled. And probably the biggest of all reasons why, cost related. Cost related. These shows, these episodes, these shows are not very are very expensive to make. And these shows also shoot on location in one of the greatest cities in the world, New York City, my home. So it does play a factor into that. And the I would also say the viewership, but the main factor is cost. Cost related played a big factor. So it is Netflix fault because I've already was on Facebook and seeing friends saying, "Oh, f Marvel, Marvel, you screwed up, blah 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 blah," and I'm quick to tell them, dude, where have you been? This has been going on since for a while now. Marvel and Netflix been having some kind of disagreement with each other. They've been arguing over the length of these episodes, the cost of these episodes, and shooting on location and everything like that. It plays a factor. Now, I don't just necessarily agree with a lot of it because Netflix just recently paid who is it, Martin Scorsese or somebody, a big heaping amount of money to make this movie where you got Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro, I think Al Pacino, all of these guys. So it's like, okay, I'm just saying. But to some degree, I can understand. But then to a lot of degree, it's like out of all the Netflix Marvel shows, a lot of you probably thought this was gonna stay. This was probably gonna last, and unfortunately, it didn't. Um, Now, hopefully, this isn't the end. Hopefully, this is not the. Hopefully, we see these characters somewhere else, and hopefully, hopefully. I mean, let's be honest. All right, I'm gonna keep it real. I would hate to see Daredevil and Luke Cage and Iron Fist and all the other characters, all these great street level characters, get just thrown back into the abyss and not be used. I don't care if Disney decides to make another Daredevil movie, or I don't care if he shows up in somebody else's movie. I just threw, let's get a Spider-Man and uh, Daredevil movie where hell I can throw a plot out right now where y'all can go with it. You listening, Disney? Here we go. How about this? You put the chameleon in in the movie as the major villain. He disguises himself as he's an assassin in this. He disguises himself as Aunt May. Cops arrest Aunt May because she killed somebody. Peter has to find out who framed his aunt, and the only people crazy enough to take the case, Murdoch, Nielsen, Page, and the story goes from there. I'm just saying. I threw that right off the top of my head. Your Alfred, he's crazy up here. But yeah, uh, but other than that, guys, yeah, the Man Without Fear's show is has been canceled, and it's going to be sad because we're not going to see any new episodes. But hopefully, this does leave the door open for Disney, for their streaming service to either come back with something, or they transition these characters into the MCU finally, officially in the MCU, and not just a TV show. But thank you to the cast once again. We appreciated everything you've done, and yeah, that's all I can say. I'm trying to stay a little positive, not negative. But I will. I wanted to say this, and I shouldn't, but for all those people who were really against like it being picked up by Disney and everything like that, and like, oh, the one thing I've been reading now is like if Disney gets it, it's not going to be the same because they're not going to be able to curse, and there's not going. I've seen these. I'm not. I wish I could find. I wish I could post these posts, but I don't want to do that and embarrass these people. But yeah, I've seen these posts where they were just like, oh well, it's not going to be the same because now the characters can't curse, and there's not going to be any adult themed nudity and stuff. Let me. Okay. Right there is the most stupidest reasons why, and why I find that statement stupid. If you've only watched these shows because they can get nitty gritty with blood and guts and all that, as well as show a little nudity and things like that, you want nudity. How about this, you nuts? Go watch a freaking porn if that's what you want to see so badly. You want to see boobies and stuff. Just go watch porn, cause I don't have time for that. I really that wasn't the reason why I cared about the show in the first place. Because oh my God, they're going hardcore. Look at the blood. I'm not a sadist. I'm not crazy like that. I watched it because once again, my second favorite Marvel character of all time back with a TV show, great TV show, and two, the storytelling, the drama, and those badass fight scenes were beautifully done. And that's something that I'm gonna miss. Those hallway scenes. That's definitely something I'm gonna miss. But so for anybody out there who felt that way, because I've read those, and you don't even want to know the site where I read them, you're stupid to think that way. But for everybody else who felt bravo, 3 seasons, not bad. It ended on a good note. Thank you to the cast and crew. Thank you. Thank you. Other than that, guys, you guys take care. Um, I'm done. Uh, but it was a good ride. Good ride. Just it just ended a little too soon. But yeah. Y'all take care, guys.